Big data, but we can speak about that now.
Okay. Generally, if we look at spatial data, it's big data.
Correct.
Now, okay, how do we refer to it is in terms of big data? Think about it. A picture, okay, geospatial data relates to, at the very minor level, we call them pixels, which are picture elements. Okay. Now, if I have a picture, think about it. Yes. I have, how many elements can I have?
So many.
So many.
Yes.
So from a picture, from remote sensing, or from a camera, I have so many picture elements, which are pixels.
Okay.
So now, that's already big data.
Yes.
Now, think about another one will be an amateur just taking photographs in the park.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So if you look at that, there are many of those that can be brought together to have as data. So utilizing that data is complex because we have amateurs, we have experts who have no standard way of collecting that data.
Okay.
So whenever we think about analysis of geospatial data or spatial data, we have to have techniques for analyzing big data.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now we can move to the challenges that affect people when they're collecting spatial data or when they're doing analytics of the cell.
Yes. The main challenges with the geospatial data is data standardization.
Okay.
So think of it this way. I'm an expert. Part of my background is surveying and photogrammetry and geophysics. I'm an expert. When I collect data, I know the quality of data I'm looking for.
Correct.
But when I send my brother to take a picture, he or she does not have that knowledge.
Yes.
So now, then you have people sent to the field, maybe they were just collecting data about rivers, lakes, and they bring data there. Now, no standard. So one of the biggest problems with geospatial data is standard. So standardization is the first one.
Okay.
Yes. Now the next one is address standardization. The other one was data standardization, but the other one is address. Now addresses, you will have people who have location, we have a postal code and so forth. So some will have a street address, some will have another form that is not the same.
Okay.
So if I want to use it on one map, address standardization becomes, how do I put this? And some will have used north-south, some have used longitudes and latitudes, and I want to have it or use the same data.
Okay.
Then it becomes difficult to standardize.
Yes.
That's the next key important about the standardization. Now, the other one is infrastructure.
Okay.
So when you talk about infrastructure, we must have tools that can visualize different kinds of data. Now, for that to happen, it means that there's a lot of investment that is involved for you to standardize that data. So for that, again, it also takes a lot of time. And so most people face that because when they will have derived more value from that information, they drive less.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes.
They drive less.
Yes.
So it is important now to have very good infrastructure. Okay. And the last one, of course, file sizes. You have taken a video camera or whatever, you have always found the data is a lot.
Correct.
So storage becomes a problem for that particular data. So it is file sizes is one of the major limitations you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually ethics, how does ethics come in place with now the spatial data as a challenge?
Now, that now it comes in to which data is being used for what. Let's say, for example, we collect data on cancer.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So I need to make it anonymous so that someone cannot be able to say so and so, or this group, or this particular location have cancer. Not that it's but we don't want to have stigma that people who come from this location have cancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is just because that is medical data. So the ethical point comes in terms of how do we utilize that information without infringing on the data, the data protection part now.
Yes.
So without infringing on their rights.
Okay.
So the ethical part now comes in that we should not be able to share data that should not naturally be shared. Okay. Information about population is census, is public information.
It's public, yeah.
But if you go back and say cancer, or maybe diabetes and whatever, which you can have.
History,
so a medical history.
Yeah.
That data is not the kind of data you can just put on a map.
True.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to find it anonymous enough for specialized people to know more details, but non-specialized people can have general information. So that's an ethical aspect of it.
Yeah, that's a good point. In terms of benefits of spatial data, what will you say are some of those that when you think about spatial data, it comes into mind?
Okay, I want to look at one that is maybe at the heart of many people.
Yes.
Competitive intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I look at, there are many others, but competitive intelligence is good because let's assume I want to set up a supermarket. I need to look at my neighbors. Okay. Yes. So let's assume I use a GPS, which has a footprint of all the customers who are walking in and out of the supermarkets around. Okay. So with that information, I can know a lot of the people who are coming there. Yes. And if I visit maybe the supermarket, I can know the things they have. Yes. And looking at maybe their earning power, yes, I can locate my supermarket there, yes, or a shop there with specific things that I know these people come for. Okay. So competitive intelligence on that particular part. Okay. Yeah. Or I want to set up site location. Okay. So site location may be, supposing let me give an example of around Galleria. So I'm seeing several shopping malls, but I'm thinking the people who come to the shopping mall, supposing I see maybe people who are doing well. Okay. Is it possible for me to have a recreation center there that is not competing with these ones, but maybe they just come in and play some mini golf, group, or they come in and just sit for certain things that are unique. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So because I know, remember I said GPS, so I know the people who are coming in, I know where they're coming from, and I look out and find, can I have a site there that is specific? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe if they are ladies or gentlemen, what is it that is missing here? Yes. Yeah. That I can place there. Okay. So site location and maybe competitive intelligence are very closely related. Okay. The general ones are mapping. You use a map, but those are very general. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I think this topic, spatial data, can go so deep into technical. It's actually a really wide topic. And I remember it was sort of a challenge when we were learning it during my master's class. But Prof, maybe you can just have anything you want to say that I've not asked within that context that won't be so technical, so that we now head to the conclusion.
Key one is the need for people to develop what I call spatial intelligence. Okay. Now, spatial intelligence relates to knowing things, how, where, and how they are related. So that if you tell me I am in this location, the first thing that should cross my mind is, where is north-south? Okay, so that I know which direction to start going. Okay. Yeah. So when you land in a place, let's say at night, you even don't know where the sun is coming from. Is it possible for start finding out directions that you know where you are going? Okay. So that aspect of spatial intelligence makes it easier for you when you are dealing with many things on the ground. You want to go to a village, you're looking at several things there. Yeah. So it allows you can always relate. When I see something, okay, how is this related to this? What does it mean? How can it affect? Maybe I'm interested to buy something, or even relocate to a different location. Yes. Can I have intelligence enough to tell me of the features, the amenities, and so forth? I don't just land there and decide I like this place. What about, I might be landing in a place that has very poor amenities in the neighborhood, and maybe that's what I'm interested in. So the spatial intelligence allows you to be able to see the things that are related and what you're looking for. So that is something that, as part of the intelligence things you need to know, spatial intelligence is good.
Okay, and where do people start learning about these aspects?
Of course, one of the first areas is take an interest in when you're looking at a map.
Okay.
Whenever I look at a map, the first thing I have to find out where is north, where is south.
Yes.
So that I position myself.
Okay.
And then, of course, the next thing during the day, I'm thinking about the sun. So where is the sun coming from? In Nairobi, I know where is it coming from, and so I know. I can orient myself. Then, of course, now as you start taking more details in,
yes.
you, of course, there are technical skills, but we want an ordinary person to use these skills. So,
yes.
so also understanding from those basic aspects where you can be able to interpret.
Okay.
Now, what does it mean? So if I have this information, what does it mean? And with that, then as you ask, or maybe discuss with more people, you'll find the details coming out very well. But first of all, you must, it's the specialty, yes, you must develop interest, yes.
Okay. I think that will be it from me. Maybe if you have any parting shots before we close.
I think people should develop a lot of interest in this, because the way the world is right now, we have a lot of things that are changing, and spatial data, we now have abundance of it. So if we find people develop interest to use it more, you'll find it a richer life, the way I should put it, much more richer life, yes. Okay.
All right, that was it, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. I hope you've learned something. Bye.
Bye-bye.